Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Simon and today I'm back with a twist on a July book haul part 1 because I have lots of parcels here that need opening because I've been away for the last week, well over the last week actually, partly for Chris's birthday celebrations and also because we have been filming 6 months of Sky Arts Book Club, which is coming back. It's very exciting. More in a previous video which I'll link down below, and I'll also chat about sort of more how I'm involved in my cuppa and a catch up, which I'll probably record in a hotel next week because I've been back for like less than 24 hours. I go back to London today, then I'm in Bedfordshire, London again, Birmingham for a couple of days, Shropshire, and then Sheffield before I come home and we have guests for the weekend. So videos might be a bit choppy here, there and everywhere, and I think my best books of the year so far video will probably be at the beginning of sort of August. Now, before I talk about these books, one thing I did say is that I was changing things up from July. In fact, that I was only going to feature books that came in that I really wanted to read, but I thought this would be really good fun to do a bit of a sort of live unboxing. But some other books have turned up that I thought I would mention, and actually they do link to Sky Arts because 2 of them are cookbooks, which Chris is going to be cooking a starter, main course and pudding from each of these, each of the recipe books that are selected for Sky Arts Book Club, and I keep wanting to say live, but for Sky Arts Book Club, and he'll be cooking them and they're going to be on the Sky Arts Book Club Facebook group, which I will link down below because that's where you'll also see lots of extra content from me, including my own weekly show. So 2 of the book recipe books that I have. First up is Afro Vegan, which actually came straight off set and home with me. I'm really intrigued by this one. It's family recipes from a British Nigerian kitchen, and what I'm really excited about is because the cookbooks are so diverse. And look at the pictures in here. I mean, this is beautifully laid out. They've got something that I spotted called, I'm going to try and find it now, swallows, which I'd never heard of, but they're like dumplings and they look amazing. I really hope Chris is going to cook some of these, but he's going to go through the cookbooks and pick 3, possibly 4 recipes a month, as I said, that he'll cook. But we'll also probably do a video talking about the cookbooks at some point. But yeah, so this one I took off set. The next one is Ripe Figs, which I've had my eye on for ages. It's by Yasmin and it's recipes and stories from the Eastern Mediterranean. And this is the kind of cookbook I love, and that sometimes, not often, but I will be doing it more often going forward, I will pick up and flick through and sort of read here and there, and I find them really relaxing. But this all just sounds dreamy, and we have a fig tree outside, so that was what initially made me kind of obsessed by it. I've just seen a hot yogurt soup, which could go either way, but why not try it, I say. Oh, courgette and feta fritters. Oh, I shouldn't have started talking about these. My mouth water, I haven't had my lunch yet. Anyway, so this was very kindly sent to me by the team at Sky. Speaking of the team at Sky, one of my fellow presenters at Sky Arts Book Club is Elizabeth Day, and this is her new novel Magpie, which I'm so excited for, and I'm actually really tempted to take it on train. I was going to do like a themed reading vlog next week, but at the moment I just feel like I want to read what I want to read for a little bit before I then start reading along with all of the books for the Sky Arts Book Club, which I mentioned in that previous video that I previously mentioned. So I want to do a bit of reading before I start all of that, and Magpie is definitely one that I'm most anticipated for this year, so I'm looking forward to that one very much. At the bookshop on the way home at the station yesterday, I couldn't resist picking up not 1 but 2 books. The first is Rachel's Holiday by Marian. I interviewed Marian yesterday for the first episode of Sky's. This isn't sponsored by them, it's just because that's what's going on in my life in the moment, so I'm talking about it a lot. And Marian was such a joy, and there is a sequel coming to this, and I love Grown Up so much. I was thinking, which one do I head to? And I thought, well, head to this one if there's going to be a sequel, because then you can find out more. Is there going to be a Grown Up sequel too? Watch the show to find out. It's on July 27th, and then there'll be extra stuff, like I said, on Facebook afterwards with me. So yeah, I'm intrigued by this one, and I think it looks at Rachel, who is an alcoholic, and Marian was an alcoholic, and I think there's going to be a lot of her experiences in this, so I'm really intrigued. She was just fascinating and fabulous and wonderful. Then Lauren has been talking about this, and me and Pip actually saw it when we were in Waterstones the other day, and we were both like, oh, this sounds like it could be really, really us. I might not be able to wait for this to be possibly at some point in the future Crime Time choice. I might just have to read it now. It's The Appeal. One Murder, 15 Suspects, Can You Uncover the Truth by Janice Hallett. And it's told through emails and stuff, which I was a bit like, is that going to be a bit gimmicky? But the way Lauren's been talking about it, apparently it's just completely and utterly gripping. So very keen to head to that one, but I'll see if Pip wants to read it. We will do a Crime Time at some point, but at the moment, I don't know. I was going to say my arse from my elbow. So eloquent, but that's kind of how I feel. I'm a bit like, where am I meant to be next? What's happening now? What's going on here? That's probably why I'm a little bit like this in this video. Anyway, hopefully by the next cup and a catch up, after a vlog which includes Chris's birthday and some of Sky Arts Book Club recording and stuff, which I think will go live on Sunday. Hopefully by my cup and catch up, I'll have sort of decompressed a little bit because I'll be coming towards the end of all the travel. Anyway, I'm hoping to film that probably in my hotel in Birmingham. We'll see. Must pack my tripod. Anyway, last book before I get on with the books here that I've been teasing you with in these parcels, and that is The Outsiders by James Corbett. And the building on the front, the iconic building on the front, is one of the towers of the Liver building in Liverpool, which I can see from my bedroom window. This is about the riots, I think, that happened in Toxteth in the 80s. And I'm quite keen to learn a lot more about the history of Liverpool. I always think it's good to know more about where you live. Like, even though I'm considering moving within the next couple of years or maybe the next year, I would like to know more about Liverpool because I've really taken it to my heart. I've just spotted that one of the cathedrals is poking out of the fog here as well. My friend Sarah is working on the publicity for this, just to be completely transparent, and she came around. It was a good excuse for us to have scones and tea and a good old chatter while she delivered this, so I've got fond feelings for it already. Right, now let's get cracking with opening these, and I will give you my honest opinions about what comes out. There might be some blurb reading, and I apologise for that because I know it's not a popular thing, but if I don't know about the book, how am I going to find out more than that? Although, as you know, I'm a contrary fairy Mary, and I do like to go into books quite blind. So, here from the lovely folk at Picadilly is You Will Never Be Forgotten by Mary South. Is this a collection of short stories, or is it a novel? I think it might be a collection of short stories, and I think I might have had the hardback, but I blinking love that cover. That's lovely. So, yeah, excited for that one already. That's just like a cover instant love. That's how fickle and I can be. Let's make sure I'm covering up my address. Then we have, because I'm sure it'd be lovely if you just pop round for a cup of tea. Unannounced might not be the way. Oh, this is a finished copy of Crying in H Mart, which is a memoir which I've talked about previously on this channel, and I'm very, very excited for reading later in the year. The blurb is from the acclaimed indie musician Japanese Breakfast and author of the viral 2018 New York piece that shares the title of this book. Michelle Zauner's Crying in H Mart is an unflinching, powerful memoir about growing up between two cultures, which is something I really, really love reading about. Korean food, I love food, losing her Korean mother and forging her own identity. Very excited for this one. And it comes with some recipes. That's exciting too. Oh, all the excitement in that Picadilly parcel. Thank you very much, Picadilly. Oh, I didn't think this through before I started doing that. I just left the address up. So here we go. I've already got a copy of this. This is the second copy of Submarine, which is one of Bernardine Evaristo's classic picks for, you guessed it, Sky Arts Book Club. Bernardine's picked all of the classics, and I'm really intrigued for this one because I think it's meant to be a little bit Adrian Moley, and also I've been wanting to do a video where I read a book and then watch the adaptation, and that's what I might do with this. I have to say, I don't like movie adaptations, and I've seen there's a really nice non-movie adaptation version of this. Now that I've got two, I don't feel I can get away with buying that extra one, but I might be tempted if I really, really love it. So we have that. Then what is in here? This is from Faber. I love how these come in eco bags, and I have to say I've stopped accepting books that don't come in recyclable parcels because I just think it's bad. This is The Missing Hours by Julia Dahl, which says, from a distance, Claudia Castro has it all. The famous family, the trust fund, thousands of Instagram followers, and a spot in NYU's freshman class. I don't think I'm going to like this. And then one drunken night, everything changes. Her memory hazy, Claudia cuts herself off from her family, seeking solace in a new friendship. But when the rest of the school comes back from spring break, Claudia is missing. It's apparently a 21st century psychological thriller about toxic masculinity, and it's out in November. The bit that put me off was the trust fund, and then talking about Instagram followers. I don't know how I feel about that. We will see. I love books from Faber though, so this next one I think is, yes, oh no, I thought it was Faber on it, it doesn't. It's from Penguin. Oh, this is Bernard and the Cloth Monkey, which is the second copy that I have now of another of Bernardine Evaristo's classic picks. Now this, I'm really, really intrigued by. It's part of a series that Bernardine chose for Penguin to republish, and I want to get the whole lot because I'm a bit of a completist, but also I just feel like if Bernardine's picked them, they're going to be blinking good. And apparently it's got siblings in it, but quite toxic siblings. And I do find siblings in fiction really interesting. So Grace, if you watch this, I think you'll probably like this one. And if you want my spare copy of it, you slide into my DMs, Grace. So yeah, if I get loads of spare copies, maybe I could do a giveaway or something actually. Right, in here, very well sealed. Oh, barely open it is. Oh, this is a Waterstones exclusive edition of the Mercies, which Picadilly very kindly asked me to host an event with Kiran, Millwood, Hargrave to discuss it. And I was so envious of the sprayed edges, but they very kindly got me one, so that's really exciting. Did you see the news from Picadilly, by the way, that there is a sequel to Jessie Burton's The Miniaturist coming next year? I'm so excited about it. I was like, properly like, and I was with the aforementioned Elizabeth Day, who already knew the secret, and she enjoyed mine when I did it. So there we are. Now, so this is a cookbook for the show. It's One Pot Pan Planet by Anna Jones, and I'm really excited for this one. It's a greener way to cook for your family and the planet, and that really, really excites me. Honestly, the beauty of cookbooks, like, there is something so soothing. Like, I could just read all of that about potatoes and just probably feel very, very soothed by it. Mapo tofu, I've not heard of that. Oh, crispy potato polenta and cheese pancake, carrot sesame pancake. Stop it, no, don't. Get that down to Chris and into the kitchen pronto, I say. Right, here is this one. I've not seen an envelope like this before. Oh, how exciting. I really know how to live on the edge, getting excited by envelopes. Oh no, that stuck to me. That stuck to me. It stuck to me. It's still stuck to me. It's a paperback of Dear Reader by Kathy Rentzenbrink, which I feel very bad I've not read the hardback of. It's the comfort of joy. It's not that. It's the comfort and joy of books. It's just about the books that have played a part in Kathy's life and how she believes they saved her life in many ways. So that's going to be fab. In this one here, very thinly packed, we have from Legend Press, Blue Skinned Gods by S.J. Sindu, which says, in Tamil Nadu, India, a boy named Alakija, born with blue skin, believes he is the Hindu god Vishnu and he can perform miracles. Okay, this sounds really interesting. The truth, though, is much darker. As Alakija struggles to extract himself under his father's thumb, he must also reconcile with the idea that everything he's ever been told might not be true. When his father drags him on tour to America, Alakija seizes his chance to explore what life as an ordinary man might be like. Pulled between India and America and his father's web of control, Alakija must find his true place in the world. That sounds really interesting. So we have that. This pile is getting quite high off parcels. Or what do you call next parcel? I don't know. I can't think of the term. Oh, this is a finished copy of Joanne Harris's A Narrow Door, which I think is a thriller. Now, I don't know if this is part of a series of thrillers that she's done that I think are sort of set around a school, because on the front it says, men walk in through the main gates, women have to improvise. So, I'm intrigued. Men like you understate women like me, mother, wife, widow, master, murderer. Well, yes, you may have a point. Some things make a woman fight back. That sounds gripping. I haven't read any Joanne Harris in ages, and I should have. So that will be probably the next one I head to, unless if any of you tell me it's part of a series, then I'll be like, I might have to read the series first. Then we have, a Letitia Rod mystery, a private detective of the utmost discretion, the mystery of the Sorrowful Maiden by Kate Saunders. Now, I have not heard of this series. This is the first in a series. Oh, it looks like it's the third in the series. See, this I have, like, I get that publishers want to promote a book, but I think if they want to do that, they should send the previous ones. I mean, that might be difficult if it's like Nikki French or Susan Hill or etc, etc. But I think it's hard to go into like the third of a series and sort of go from there. But maybe they're written so brilliantly, they're standalone. Have any of you read any Kate Saunders books? I thought then that it was a fictional book by Kate. Oh, where is it? Kate Summerscale. That's why I did a real because also they've got a very similar cover and they're the same publisher. Interesting. Right. Next parcel. I really love these ones that are like bags that, you know, you see on like American sitcoms where they were like bringing Chinese takeaways home in those amazing bags. Anyway, this is a finished copy of My Mess is a Bit of a Life and Adventures in Anxiety by George Pritchett. I'm smiling because I've read bits of this one already. Really loved it. Need to get to it. Very excited for it. It really, not a lot of books made me laugh, but when I was reading the excerpts, these were really making me laugh. So yes, thank you to Libby, who's also sent me a lovely postcard. I will definitely enjoy this. I've got a feeling it's going to be my cup of tea. Now, what's in... Oh, beautifully wrapped parcel here. We can get into it. Can we get into it? Will we get into it? Oh my goodness, it's a 2022 book. Goodness me. So this is... Oh, look at that lovely cover there. That's gorgeous. It's The Gifts by Liz Hyder from Manila Press. And this will look like this when it comes out next February. I can't believe I'm getting books for 2022. And it says... for fans of Mermaid and Mrs. Hancock and the Doll Factory, The Gifts is a Victorian-esque epic novel that tells of the pitfalls of ambition and the beauty and struggles of womanhood. It's a gripping and ambitious book told through 5 different perspectives and set against the luminous backdrop of 19th century London. It explores science, nature and religion, enlightenment, the role of women in society and the dark danger of ambition in a society that dictates how women should live, what happens when they start to break out of the mould created for them. Intriguing. And then, last but not least, this is from Phoenix Books. Now, I know that because it says it on the cover. And Phoenix Books is new imprint, which is by one of my favourite editors, Francesca Main, who discovered Jessie Burton, aforementioned. And I think this is a selection of their books. Oh my goodness, it's an amazing parcel. I'm very excited for this. Firstly, there's some milk chocolate, what do you call them? Mikado, but what do you call them? Like chocolate on a stick. They've also sent me this beautiful notepad. That's gorgeous. And then their catalogue, and also the first 2 books in their series, which are Fault Lines by Emily Itami, which I am really keen to read. And maybe I'll pack the proof that I have this in my bag, because I'm really enjoying quite short reads at the moment, and this is one of those. And also Kathy Rensenbrink, who I mentioned earlier, with her latest memoir, This Is Everyone Is Still Alive, which is her debut novel, which I believe is about a family where the wife and mother of the family, her mother has died and they have inherited the house and they move in, but in doing so they move in with some problems in their marriage too. I think that's what it's about. I could be wrong. I'll let you know when I've read it. But I'm so excited for that, and also for those lovely extra treats. So there we go. That is a book haul with a bit of a twist at the midpoint of July. As I mentioned, I am not going to do a June wrap up. I will do my books of the year so far. I have to say I'm a bit about even doing my books of the year so far. I feel like I want July to be like a fresh, clean slate. But no, I will do my best books of the year so far, because I love watching other people's, and I will like making it, even though it's torture to pick. But it probably won't be until the end of August. But as of July, book hauls will be back twice a month, and wrap-ups will either be twice a month or once a month, but they are definitely coming back, I promise. So yeah, there we go. If you want to go and head more, I promise I talk more eloquently usually. I think it's probably because I've literally talked about books for 3 15-hour days this week, and I'm also recording more of the BBC Sounds podcast that's coming out in the autumn over the next few days, so I'll be talking even more about books. If you'd like to go and find out more about the books that are going to be on Sky Arts Book Club that I'm going to be reading over the next 6 months, and you can read along with me, I'll link that video down below and the Facebook group. And yeah, I will see you on Sunday for a vlog, including Chris's birthday delights and some of the last week's recording delights. And then I went back on Tuesday with a cuppa and a catch-up. Not sure what will follow on from them, but hopefully something delightful. I will speak to you all soon. Bye.